Oh my god, why is the intro playing twice? The intro shouldn't be playing twice. Yes, it's me. Hello. Hello, welcome to Tardis Wiki Roulette. The show where we go on the Tardis Wiki and then play roulette. That's the catchphrase, right? Oh, new stuff? Who is up for a lengthy and heated political discussion? Not today. Not today. I've got something much more fun in mind today, actually. Somebody, a very enterprising individual, sent me the Doctor Who Season 2 alleged leaks. I wanted to go through them with you. All of us together as a family. Like the stream, by the way. I thought that would be a good time. I am a good chatter. You know, I will say you do follow the rules, Nigel, when you've done God. Oh, God. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it here. We're doing it now. This is the place. This is the time. It's happening. Aren't those leaks really obnoxious? I wouldn't know because I haven't read them yet. I'm going in blind. I have no idea what's on those leaks. Live react. I'm imagining there's some stuff that's gonna make me really, really angry. What's the leak? Is Mrs. Flood secretly the Rani and also Alan? I'll tell you what, if Mrs. Flood does turn out to be the Rani, that's gonna be the most shark-jumping bullshit I have ever seen. Let's find out. Let's find out together. As a family. Let's find out together what these leaks are. I've got them all up here on a little thing. Yeah, major shark jumping. How mad is this going to make me? Is this the sort of thing we should save for when we're a couple of spins in? I think we should do that. I think we should get a good energy going first. So, there have been over 70 episodes of this now, so, I mean, I don't need to explain the format again. Let's just get into it. I'm sure that you all want to see Alan immediately. Here he is in all of his circular glory. Second, but there's something in there worse than the Rani. Oh no. Oh no. Ryan, please go to General. Why am I going to General? Why am I going to General? Do you mean in the Discord? Do you mean in the Something Blue audio Discord? Oh, hello. Hello. Oh. What is this? Also some trailers you could react to? Okay, I'll watch this one. Give me a minute. Because Felicia's asleep. So she can't stop me.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
Shut up. Shut up, ad. I hate when it makes you play the entire ad all the way through. That's like the most obnoxious shit. Okay, I'll pop that over there. One second. Who just came in here? Someone just came in the room, but like, you were there. Anyway. Is it right at the end? I'm looking through these and it looks like it's right at the end. I'm sorry about that. I thought someone was breaking in, but I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Radioactive cheese now in barbecue garlic flavor. We are balling. Oh my goodness, that's an amazing username. Incredible. What's going on out there? Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, anyway, I just watched Don't Feed the Muse a few minutes and it was great. I don't know what that is. Thank you, you're welcome, you're welcome. Ryan, there is a gang breaking into your house. I hope not, that would suck. Okay, I can't watch this whole thing, but I will watch the end of it because I looked through and the end of it had footage that I didn't recognise. I think this is the one that I haven't seen. So we're going to do that really quickly. Oh, hold on. Before I do this, where is he? There we go. We're going to pop him right there. Pop him right there. Oof. There's Sonic. And we're also going to what is this? Is this on the Wheel of Names thing? It is. Okay, we're gonna make this like really big so that you can only see like a bit of the footage. There you go. There you go, guys. New Sonic just dropped. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's check this out.
It's time for the cubs to learn how to hunt.
That's cute.
Yeah, this is
Was that the footage? Was that the new footage? There are so many references in it that you'll like. Let me have a look around. Guys reading the laws of time. That's fun. All right, let's look at the other one. All right, let's see what the you said. Megan 2.0, Tron Ares, Predator, Killer of Killers. There's a Predator. I don't think either of those two scenes are as good as the EastEnders one, by the way. I'll have a look at this one. I'll have a look at this Predator one. Hold on. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's animated. Is that Kratos? Now I'm going to pause it. I'm going to pause it when the Hulu logo isn't there. There we go. I'm going to show you how to react to a trailer like a proper YouTuber. Now you're going to pause it again. Now you're going to skip it back a few seconds. Now you're going to skip it forward a few seconds. Now I'm going to read this bottle of water. Let's see what this bottle of water contains. This bottle of water contains water. I am adding content to this. This doesn't look like... I don't like this animation style very much. Live Ryan reaction. Now you leave the room and let the trailer play for 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll go get some food. I'll do that. Let's see if I've been copyright noticed yet. I haven't. Oh my god, I haven't. We're unstoppable. The power of Sonic. Oh my god. I like the idea of this quite a lot, but I'm not sure if I vibe with the animation style. I was a little bit locked in there, though. That was quite nice. This trailer is very well cut together. That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. I like the idea. I'm not sure about the execution, though. You know what I mean? Let's make the wheel smaller now. Let's make it regular sized, why don't we? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's just do that. Boom, boom. And we are back to normal. Okay, I did a trailer reaction, guys. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy my trailer reaction? I did a conventional content. I don't know. Am I supposed to be like, yeah, whoa, ah? Am I supposed to like muster up fake enthusiasm? I don't know, man. The Predator thing looked okay, but like, I'd rather see that in live action. You know what I mean? It's a cool idea, though. I honestly prefer the realistic response. That's fair. Did you react? I did react. I reacted to some new Doctor Who promotional material and the new Predator trailer. It was all right. It was all right. I'm not sure if I like the animation style though. It's all very like juttery, kind of like I don't know why that is. Why are all of these new animated CGI movies? Why are they all at like 30 FPS? It's really weird. It just looks like they're glitching out. Oh my god, this is the best thing ever. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not a fucking sellout. I'm sorry. I would never. To look comic booky. Yeah. But comic books don't have graphical glitches, do they? So, I mean, it doesn't really do it for me. I don't know. I didn't mind it in the Spider-Verse. In those movies, it was okay, but generally, I'm not a fan. They're ripping off of Spider-Verse rather than developing their own style. That's what it seems to be, yes. That's why you don't make any money. Harsh truth there. I'm pretty sure the real reason I don't make any money is because I make Doctor Who content. But harsh truths there. Oh cool, you have asthma too? Yes, I do. It's really bad today. I'm having a really hard time with it today. I don't want the style to be overdone, but I prefer 1000% more to the animation style in, for example, Apple's TV Wonderland TV series. I would prefer Spider first rip-offs to bland generic CG. True enough. I think it should all be painstakingly hand-drawn animated, personally. I think we should give all of the animators carpal tunnel syndrome. I think that's clearly the way forward. And you weren't the first to react to the leaks. Random slop YouTubers were. Yeah, but the thing is, when I react to the leaks, I'll actually have something interesting to say about them. Haha, I'll always have that edge. Check the video coming tomorrow, maybe, or Thursday. I will probably make a video about it though. Either love or hate everything. I do hate a lot of things, to be fair. You should expand to Marvel. Nick, I'm streaming Marvel Rivals tomorrow. I'm doing a Marvel thing tomorrow on Twitch. I'm doing a mainstream game. I've been playing, I've been practicing. Still not good enough to actually play like online, but I'll do some practice stuff. I've been using the Punisher and Captain America and Iron Man because I'm basic bitch. I like Captain America quite a lot. He's pretty good at it. Anyway, where were we? Are we going to spin the wheel? We should. We should spin it at least once before we get into the leaks. Shocked Pikachu face. It's Felicia's fault. Felicia convinced me to do it.
Yeah, baby.
Did it, did it, did it. Did it, did it, did it, did it, did it, did it, did it. Use Squirrel Girl? I might just use Squirrel Girl. Albert Square! What are your thoughts on the character designs in Marvel Rivals? I really like them, actually. I think they look really fresh. They're fun. Everyone is very thick in Marvel Rivals. Yes. I like it though. I think it's fun. It's very expressive. I enjoy the art style in that game. It is a good art style. I used Loki when I played it because his voice lines are funny. I haven't tried Loki yet. If I'm not mistaken, some of the character models have unnecessarily detailed models in places. Oh, really? I didn't know about that. That's really funny. It is very, like, early 2000s Marvel, though. Smacks of gender. Let me see. Alright, where are we? Does Groot have a grok? Yeah, I saw it on a subreddit about bad artwork of women. Oh dear. Albert Square was either a fictional location in EastEnders or a real location which was visited by several incarnations of the Doctor and other individuals. The Doctor encountered several residents of Albert Square when changing between various incarnations while being trapped into a time loop by the Rainy. The 15th Doctor and Belinda Chandra ended up on Albert Square after the Doctor told her that they would be taking the TARDIS the long way round. In circa 2025, Albert Square was fragmented and put in Earth's orbit. When this happened, Tyson ran away from Anna Knight, so an individual ran after the dog. They had to navigate the broken Albert Square, passing the Queen Victoria and enlarged items of furniture while also collecting stikers. The Queen Vic was located at 46 Albert Square, Sharon's old flat was at 43, and the Fowler's residence was at 45 Albert Square. When tested by Leslie Flowers on tangential warp offset, the Ninth Doctor reminded Rose Towler of the Fowler's address in Albert Square in order to reach an answer of 45. The Get Out of My Pub Albert Square? Yeah, the Get Out of My Pub Albert Square. Ryan's mom. She's not my mom. She's like my great aunt once removed or something. Stop it. Stop spreading these scurrilous rumors. You know people will actually believe them. Okay, we're going to do another one. We're going to do another wheel spin. We're going to do another wheel spin and it's going to be really, really good. And then, we're going to do the leaks.
Yeah, baby.
Isn't that exciting? I'm excited. Yeah! Giles Eastrom! We've already done this one! I guess we have to spin the wheel again!
Yeah, baby.
Ah! What do you mean? I thought it was true, definitely. We did this one too, so we need to spin again now.
Yeah, baby.
I don't mind, I love this song. Yay! Yay! Pugwash! Pugwash ahoy! In other news, I bought a sealed tile of Pokemon cards from a charity shop for £10 and got hits out of 3 out of 4 packs. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. There we go. Pugwash ahoy! Okay, there we go. Captain Pugwash was the captain of a pirate ship inside the pages of the Radio Times. The First Doctor once landed the TARDIS on the deck of Pugwash's ship. After perusing his copy of Who's Who, Pugwash was able to tell him that he had materialized in the wrong century, the wrong place, and the wrong page of Radio Times. Did you know that there's a character in Captain Pugwash called Seaman Staines? That's the only fact I know about Captain Pugwash. The only fact. Okay, let's do the link. Let's do the links. Is there? I know there's misinformation about the series. No, I can't possibly not know that. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to see. Captain Pugwash. Hang on. Oh no! I was lied to! Hang on, let me see. We need to solve this mystery right now. Oh, okay, so apparently these were rumors started in the 90s. And none of it is true. There we go. I feel like I found out. I feel like finding out that Roger the Cabin Boy isn't a real thing is like finding out that Santa Claus isn't real as an adult. That's sad. Cutthroat Jake is top 10 anime villains, by the way. You should have just written Seaman Stains and took where it took you. Ryan, can we do Captain Pugwash reaction streams? If this stream gets 100 likes, then I'll do a Captain Pugwash reaction stream. If we get 100 likes, make it happen. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to look at these. I'm going to be looking at these. Leaks right here. Oh no, where have they gone? Shit. I got them. I got them. I got them. I got them. I'm good at what I do. Alright, first off, let's go to Pugwash really quickly. It's easier to do this with the wheel page. Setting up a thing for a segment. Okay. So, I was sent these links by a very good friend of mine. You might know him. And, I'm going through them now. Okay. There we go. There we go. I think that's all of them. No, there's even more. Oh my god, there's so many links. Okay. I need to go through all of these though, that's the thing. We're going to go through them in sequence together. So just be patient with me for a second, because this is going to be worth it, I swear to God. You're going to get to see me go, whoa, oh, ooh, ah. Oh God, why is Reddit in light mode in this? It's hideous looking. Anyway, okay. Right. This is the beginning of the segment. Of course, your best friend Chrysalis Chibniller. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay. Clip that, Venom. The segment sounds like a War in Heaven thing. It does, actually, yes. It really, really does. Alright. Venom, clip all of this going forward. I'm kidding, I'm gonna do it, don't worry. Okay, so, hello. I don't know if you watch Doctor Who or not, but if there's one thing that you associate with Doctor Who, it's leaks. Hi, I am Something Blue of the audio, and today I am here to do a special reading of Doctor Who. I can't do that, I'm sorry. This is how you do an intro, lads. Okay. Okay, so we're going to look at some Doctor Who leaks today, and it's going to be very fun because we're going to get to see the new season is starting like this week, I think. So we're going to get to see if these leaks are peak or if they age like cheese. Let's find out. Wait, cheese can age well, can't it? Shit. Yeah, no, let's take a look together. Let's take a look together at the first leak. Fuck. I'm gonna cut all of these together, don't worry. Let's take a look at the first leak together. Yo, what's up, boys? Something Blue Audio here with the newest Doctor Who leaks fresh out the oven. Thank you, Nick. Radioactive cheese, not so much. This is all very white right now. This is all very white. This page is very white. I'm very white. Milk goes bad. Thank you for explaining that, Dark Evil Fairy. No, this is the third leak. Oh, which one's the first leak? Potential additional leaks. For those who've read the leaks, what are your thoughts? Looks like this is the one, and then this one's even more, and then this one's this, and then this one's that. Okay. Let's find out together. We're off to a fucking rip-roaring start here. Okay, so first set of leaks. Isn't this exciting? I'm excited. I'm so excited that I'm going to leave. That wasn't funny as I thought it would be. Behold the prophecy. Let me fix the lighting in here, actually. It's very bright. I can't work out if that's better or worse. I guess we just have to gamble it, just like Shooty Gatwa. Okay, so, spoilers, I guess, potentially, for Doctor Who Season 2, because there have only ever been 2 seasons of Doctor Who. Let's take a look at this together. Okay, so as a few of us have seen by now, it appears that some rather big Series 15 spoilers have indeed leaked on GB and Discord, and they seem to be spreading like wildfire. So I thought I would just create this post for those who actually want to discuss the leaks in a contained space. For some memory, the main talking leaks of the points of the leaks were... I wrote that when you said I'm going to leave you. What, this just like shooting up? What? Episode 1 will feature the reveal that Belinda's childhood boyfriend gifted her a star when they were younger, which is where the Belinda and the Doctor will be visiting in the Robot Revolution. Episode 3 will be a sequel to the episode 4, season 4 episode Midnight. No! No! No, don't do that. Do not do that, Russell. That is a horrible, Horrible idea. Don't do it. The whole reason that Midnight is a good episode is because we don't know what the fuck was going on in Midnight. If you explain what the fuck was going on in Midnight, then no one gives a fuck about Midnight anymore. It's the Midnight theorem. It's a scientific formula. And you know what? Modern day boomer, completely like fucking out of touch, out of his mind, Russell T Davies, writing a sequel to Midnight? No. No, 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 no. Okay. To be fair, a sequel could just keep the entity and completely mysterious. No, they're not going to do that. Aristide, you really think that Russell is going to do that? Really? Well, they did sequels to Blink and they were good. Yeah, but Blink works because it's a really well-defined monster with really well-defined rules on how you can interact with it in the world. And in the initial episode, Blink, all of the horror is based around, like, understanding those rules. With the Midnight entity, it's scary because you don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Alright, let's see. At the end of episode 6, it will be revealed that Mrs. Flood is bi-generated version of the Rani. Flood, Rain, Rani. That would be some hack shit, man. I would be so mad. So mad if they fucking turned Mrs. Flood into the Rani. Because, like, the Rani is a very, very specific character. They're not the Master, but they're a Goyle. And they're certainly not this weird combination of Q and Deadpool that Mrs. Flood seems to be. It's very strange. The Master is like a scientist. Not the Master, the Rani. See how interchangeable it all is? The Rani is a scientist. There's someone who does what they do to collect information and data, and there has not been a shred of foreshadowing to set anything like that up with the Mrs. Flood character. If you're gonna do the Rani properly. Do the Rani properly. Make them like the episode 5 villain or whatever, and put them in the trailer. Do that. They're not the Master, but they're a Goyle. That's missing. That is what most people think the Rani is, though, Nick. You have to understand that, like, the people who know and care about the Rani's characterization, like me, okay, we're like 0.05% of the fandom. Most of the fandom just wants to, like, stick a popular variety actress in a crazy wig and have them play the Rani and have them basically just be Missy. Like, that's what most people think of when they think of the Rani. Because, and I'm going to tell you this is a really big trade secret. Most Doctor Who fans haven't seen Classic Who. Especially the ones who brag about having seen Classic Who. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that one. Don't do it. It's a terrible idea. This will feed those fans and they will never ever shut up about the return of other characters. The main joke of the Rani and Mark and the Rani, besides being a scientist, is that she's better at villaining than the Master. She's running her own planet. Her schemes work because she doesn't get distracted by a feud with the Doctor. I would honestly be happy for Susan, Romana, the Rani, etc., never returning. I would be up for the Rani returning. I just want the Rani to be written as the fucking Rani and not this. I do hope they'll keep the aspect that Flood is a competent villain. No, they won't. They won't, Aristide. They won't. That's not true. I've been watching old Who now. Sometimes they're doing reaction. They're watching old Who now. Sometimes they're doing reactions. Are you talking about Crispy Pro? Are you talking about Crispy Pro, Nick Simmons? I actually respect Crispy Pro because Crispy Pro is upfront and honest about the fact that they didn't watch Classic Who and, like, went and watched Classic Who and, like, has honest opinions about it and stuff. I actually have quite a lot of respect for that, to be honest. Anyway, keep reading. The leaks get sillier. Yeah. To be clear, I'm anti-gatekeeping. I'm not saying you're not a real Doctor Who fan if you haven't seen Classic Who. I'm saying there's a lot of people who use claiming to have seen Classic Who because, frankly, having watched it front to back like more than once, it's a task to watch Classic Who. Fucking using that as like a badge of honor when they haven't earned it. It's like stolen valor. You know what I mean? You're not a real Doctor Who fan if you don't have strong opinions on candy jar books. Meanwhile, that's the other end of the extreme. I have seen the Rani in Dimensions in Time, and I love her there, though. Yeah, Kate O'Mara, the lady who plays the Rani in the original Doctor Who, she's great. She absolutely sells everything she's given, and you know, she she was put into a lot of situations where a lesser actor would have crumbled into dust. I have nothing but respect for Kate O'Mara as a performer. She's great in Mark. She is. Okay. The original version of the Rani will be played by a younger Asian actress who will appear riding on horseback at the start. That's such a random collection of images. Mrs. Flood will mention Omega in some capacity. Whether he actually appears is currently unknown. Probably not. Susan will appear in the finale. Will return in the finale. Shooty won't be returning for a third season. The Master will have a small role in the war between the land and the sea. The Fugitive Doctor will appear potentially in in episode 5. I am very skeptical though, haha, but it's fun to discuss nonetheless. Kind of like those bogus rumours that Russell Tovey would play the Master. I don't think those are bogus. I think those are happening. I wouldn't be surprised if this was Gatwa's last series. I wouldn't be surprised ever. Either. I absolutely wouldn't be surprised. I really get the vibe that like Russell just can't keep the first Doctor they cast for 3 seasons. They just can't. Also, Toby being the Master is likely. RTD would definitely do that. And to be honest, I kind of want it. Like, the idea of the Master being, like, a character in an ensemble TV show that doesn't really have the Doctor in it, like, that kind of fucks. I'm kind of here for that. Because then you can actually explore the Master as a character a little bit on their own, and, like, there's layers there. I don't know. I like the Master a lot. I'm very Master-pilled. Anyway, RTD said, be sure to watch episodes 3 and 6 immediately without checking the social media. We'll see. Also, the Master is inside the Toymaker's tooth. Until they're not. Also, Xavier, like, we don't know what point in time that Master is from. For all we know, that's the fucking Ainley Master. But it does make sense that he's floating around Earth. What if the hand that picked up that tooth was fucking Kate Stewart's? What if, right? Also, in the most recent Disney Plus trailer, I have the Doctor saying, I've been here before, it's the most scared I've ever been. Thing is, though, yeah, like, canonically, the most beloved episode written by me is the height of this Doctor's experience. It's a very Russell thing to do. Alright, let's look at leak set number 2. Oh. Potential additional leaks submitted 4 days ago, submitted 23 hours ago. This one's more recent. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it appears the same guy who leaked some big Season 2/Series 15 spoilers, which are so far proving true, which I posted about here, has made some new claims which are going around on the forums. As always, the reliability of the leaks is getting a mixed response, but it's fun to speculate. After Shooty's sudden departure, the BBC and RTD are keen to bring Tennant back full-time. That would be a disaster. We'll get more into that in a minute. Season 15 will end on a regeneration cliffhanger. 4 or 5 Time Lords will appear in the series finale. Episode 2 will feature a breaking the fourth wall scene where we see a group of Doctor Who fans watching and critiquing the episode. When RTD... That actually, like, made me feel a bit ill. I'm not gonna lie. When RTD joined Doctor Who, the BBC made RTD aware that they felt they needed a partner if they were to continue making Doctor Who to a quality standard. So if the Disney Plus deal does come to an end, it would probably be concerning for the show's potential future. Captain Poppy from Space Babies was featured in Series 15. The Tennant thing isn't true. Ryan, will you be in that fourth wall break scene? Oh, God. Please, can we not? I literally started this whole thing by asking Ryan if he was in the leaks. It's tipped that Tharies makes a cameo somewhere in the series. The problem is that if they do that, Aristide, it's just an idea stolen from DW 2012. So if they do that, it will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that TV Doctor Who lifts ideas from fan productions. Like, it will just prove it, because they already did that in DW 2012, like, a couple of years ago. Which would be interesting as well from my perspective. For that lore, check a previous episode. But yeah, I don't know. I just hope it's not one of those ones that I like have on good authority as sex pests, because if it is one of those ones, then I might have to like out them. So I hope it's not that. We'll see who ends up being the Doctor Who fan. Let's see. The Captain Poppy from Space Babies will feature in Series 15. Who cares? Who cares? Tharies and supposedly some other prominent people. I don't mind Tharies. I've heard nothing but good things about Tharies. I'm looking forward to the series and hope it's good. I think it's going to be shockingly bad. I think Crystal D is a very likely choice as well. I think probably Tharies, Crystal D, Mr. TARDIS, Crispy Pro, Dominic Martin are probably the most likely people to be in it if they do that. Yeah, I think it'll probably be that. I don't think it'll be Davis. Bring back the fan show? I know. He'd refuse on principle. I don't know, this all sounds kind of awful, to be honest. This all sounds kind of bad. I don't know, my heart like dropped at the fans being in it thing. Half of this is probably fake. I really hope that one is fake. Oh dear. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be really bad if that was the case. The fam one is real. I'm pretty sure. It depends on who it is, man. Fans being in it, I don't personally care that much. Like, whenever we get another better universe, I care because, like, I don't know. I've had some bad things done to me by quite prominent people in this community. So it does kind of, like, scare me as a prospect. The idea that, like, people who've hurt me could end up, like, being in, like, the real show. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want that. That's just my own personal right, but yeah, I don't want that. Well, if they get a knob in, then yeah, that's bad. Yeah, probably. I'll have a look. I'll have a look at these these new leaks. Okay. The Tenant leak is fake, but there is a past Doctor in the finale that helps Shooty along with his regeneration. Joe Martin appears briefly in one episode. Susan is in episode 7. Anita from Joy to the World is in the finale. You do not see who Shooty regenerates into. It's very much what power of the Doctor would have been if RTD hadn't come back. There are no Daleks other than a clip used from Classic Who. Okay. So none of those are really that interesting. Ryan, when will there be a Jenny Everywhere Wiki Roulette? I usually do votes on the Discord now. I'm going to start doing that, and I will put those on the tally, and you guys can vote for it. The past Doctor in the finale is tipped to be Jodie Whittaker. I would like it if it was Jodie Whittaker. But they're all pretty solid in terms of sources. Okay. Okay, what should we have a look at now? Jodie Whittaker written by a competent writer. It's still going to be Russell, Nick. Don't get too excited. It's going to be really interesting to see if the fan thing is real. It's going to be interesting to see who they pick. Very interesting. The problem is Whittaker that a past Doctor returning his gap with region episode seems like they're canonizing RTD's nonsensical all the past Doctors by generated thing. Alright, let's have a look at the next one. Looks like RTD just confirmed the last set of leaks. Russell T. Davis, when answering about Mrs. Flood, please stay offline because someone out there has spotted it like they already like they do. And then another Series 2 trailer. Oh, okay, this is about confirming that there's a Midnight sequel, this one. Oh goody, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor can grow up and berate Shooty's Doctor for being a male presenting Time Lord. That is distinctly a possibility, yes. Distinctly a possibility. One of the fans should be Christopher Eccleston saying sack Russell T. Davis before being escorted outside. I would love that. Unironically, I would love that. Oh, God. Right, so Ryan, yeah, can we do something else now, please? Can we do something else? Can we go back to spinning the wheel? The leaker also said that Omega is turned into a giant CGI monster with a giant claw. That's kind of crazy. A giant CGI monster, please God, no. He's got to be a giant CGI monster. He's got to be. That's how that's going to work. Alright. Let's take a look. Oh, damn. Okay. What are we doing next? We're doing Tardis Wiki Roulette, right? I'm sorry guys, I just like disassociated for a full minute there. What was going on? What are we doing? Are we doing we're doing Tardis Wiki Roulette, yeah? Okay. Shit, I'm sorry. Right. That's what Doctor Who leaks do to ya? Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. This is a downer mood. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna respin the wheel. I'm so sorry. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Breathe. Let's just spin the wheel again and keep moving. The water incident? What's this? It's okay though, for real. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not the kind of thing I can talk about on stream, but I don't know. Okay, what's the water incident? Look at what? Oh, yeah, what's the water incident? Look, a new wilderness years will be good. No, I kind of want the show dead at this point, to be honest. No, where are we? No, that's why I didn't get invited. Alright, we'll see. Yes, I openly welcome a second wilderness era. Alright, let's spin the wheel.
Yeah, baby.
Chorus of ancient songs, because we couldn't find the water incident. Let's find something else. Let's get peppy again. I'm sure like half of the people still interested in the show when it's gone will start reading Faction Paradox out of desperation. Probably, yeah. Probably. Okay. According to Maestro, god of music, the chorus of ancient songs called them by that name, which they called their notation. Chorus is a term in music denoting a group of vocalists, but it also harkens back to the theatre concept. That is, the Greek chorus, a group of performers who spoke in one voice narrating songs about gods and humans, both in tragedies and comedies. Maestro simply says the chorus of ancient songs calls me Maestro. There are at least 3 possible interpretations. The chorus in question gave them that moniker in the first place. The chorus of ancient songs sing about Maestro, most likely either in fear or in praise. The chorus knows Maestro and simply use their name in the same sense that Bernie Summerfield tends to say, "My friends call me Benny." I mean, the 4th explanation is that Russell T Davies doesn't understand music theory. Which, given that in the same episode, The Devil's Chord, they have the blues note be discovered by a white man. So, yeah, I just don't think Russell knows a lot about music, to be honest. I think he just likes music as an aesthetic, basically. I'll just rewatch classic over and over again. Me too. That's the most RTD thing ever. Yeah, the Devil's Chord is just the blues note. It's just the blues note. Like, if you play on a scale, hang on. Hang on. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want for the rest of the stream. I wonder if there's a tradition of calling black music evil. There is. Okay, so say you're on an A minor scale, right? So, oh shit, it's loading ads. No, I don't need an ad-free subscription. I just want to play your virtual piano. For fuck's sake. Alright, here we go. Yay, this one works. Okay. Time for music theory education with Something Blue Audio. Okay, so this is a minor pentatonic. A, C, D, E, G, A. And you can make all kinds of fun stuff with that, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very simple little thing, okay? But however, you go between the D and the E here, and you will enter the mysterious and terrifying land of the Devil's Chord. That's called a tritone, okay? So what that is this is a step, this is a step, this is a step, this is a step, okay? And if you take all those steps there, you end up here, and if you actually put it into like context, you end up with something inherently sounds a little bit more bluesy, a little bit more cool, a little bit more sexy, okay? This note is what gives all of the blues, jazz, all that stuff. It's what gives all of that its distinctive flavor. Okay, it is fundamental to African American music of the early 20th century, except in the Doctor Who universe. Yeah, there's my music theory lesson for you. I imagine it's a little bit like Najawin. I know you're into physics. I imagine it's a little bit when someone's like, we need to charge it up with more gravity. I imagine it's a little bit like that, or something stupid like that. That's what you think. RTD is so woke, you guys. He is weirdly not woke when it comes to black people, though. It's a consistent issue I've noticed he has. And it goes back to RTD1 as well. Frequent missteps. According to Maestro, God of Music, the chorus of ancient songs. Yeah, we read this bit. We did this segment. Let's do another segment. Alright, let's spin the wheel.
Yeah, baby.
Oof. Mickey and Martha, the perfect pair. Have you seen the episode of South Park where a little black girl comes to the school? Have you seen that episode? Cupid Me. Have you seen the Cupid Me episode of South Park? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I haven't. I've heard of it. I haven't. So basically, Xavier, there's an episode of South Park where a black girl comes to the school, and Cartman takes it upon himself to get this girl with Tolkien Black, the other black kid in the school who's a boy, okay? And Cartman is just like, I don't know what it is, but they just belong together. You know what I mean? They just make sense together, right? That's Russell at the end of time. Russell unironically pulled that shit. And we all just let him do it. Also, Martha's dad is a deadbeat who divorces her mother and gets with a younger white girl. That is true. That is also extremely problematic. Eric T. Davis. That is very true. That is very true. Did Russell write any of the... And this is the final thing I want to know. Did Russell write any of the episodes where Martha goes to the past? Which ones where Martha goes to the past did Russell write? Let's look up the MetLife building. Let's look up the MetLife building. Weirdly, I don't think so. I don't think it's that weird. He massively rewrote them. Oh no. Do you think that Russell or Roberts wrote the just walk around like you own the place scene in the Shakespeare Code? Which writer do you think wrote that scene? That's what I want to know. And also the political correctness gone mad scene. Which of them do you think wrote those two bits? Well, chat. They wrote it together. While holding hands. Let's see. Who wrote Good Old Jay? That's definitely Roberts. In Writer's Tale, Human Nature was Cornell's credit, but he did a whole lot of writing. RTD 100%. He worshipped Rowling. Ugh. The MetLife building was a skyscraper in Manhattan, New York City. It was located not far from the Chrysler Building, the Butler Institute, and 101 Park Avenue. In 2008, the building was present following the reversion of the alternate timeline created by the Sexton Master. In 2009, the MetLife building was not harmed by the atmospheric cleaning fire created by the 10th Doctor to avert the Sontaran invasion of Earth. Though it's possible that a real-world location doesn't appear in the same geographic space in the Doctor Who universe, such cases are few and far between. Much the map is probably a good indicator of the Doctor Who universe location of MetLife building. This is one of those hyper niche pages about real locations I created. I like these, Xavier. I think these are fun. He wanted to do a Christmas special with Rowling in it, and Tennant had to talk him out of it. I know about this. Didn't Tennant, ask if she can act, and that was the end of the conversation? That's my understanding of what happened.
Yeah, baby.
jerk! Let's look up jerk. I think Tennant just thought it was cringe. That's what I would imagine, because it is cringe. It was cringe even back when she was popular. One account described Tekka as a big jerk. Oh dear. Still based. Still based, yes. Oh dear. One of the, speaking of that, you know, one of the contingents of this community that I kind of annoy me the most are the people who think that Doctor Who is supposed to be bad. You know what I mean? Like the people who, whenever that Doctor Who is like cheesy and awful in a bad way, because it should be cheesy, but like cheesy in a good way. People are like, no, it's supposed to be rubbish. It's not supposed to make sense. I hate that shit. To be fair, when has it been good? I would say that Genesis of the Daleks is pretty good. I'd say City of Death is pretty good. I would say that, even though it's a little outdated now, The Demons is a pretty good Quatermass riff. I'd say The Seeds of Doom is a wonderful science fiction action adventure comedy story. Curse of Femric is a great slice of like eldritch gothic seaside horror. Happiness Patrol, if you're like camp tolerance, is a really good like political allegory. Yeah, I'd say that there's a lot of Doctor Who that's really good. Quite a lot. That's just classic Who too. Then you got to get into the big finishes, of which many are good. And then you got even New Who, which oftentimes is shite, occasionally manages to be some of the best TV ever made. Pointedly does not mention the author of a certain black archive. I would argue, Nate Bubba, I would argue that Doctor Who should always be good and should always strive to be good. I should argue that the ambition of every single Doctor Who story ever written should be to outdo Heaven Sent. You should always want to make the best Doctor Who story ever written. Always. Every single time. We shouldn't have to settle for space babies. We shouldn't have to settle for arachnids in the UK. We shouldn't have to settle for Time Lash. Why? There we go. I don't really have anything to add to that, to be honest, that I could agree with. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to do better than the Starbees. Damn, brought a tear to my eye. I've got them in me. Every now and again, I've got them in me. Oh dear. Okay, let's spin another wheel.
Yeah, baby.
The men who knew what to do. Okay. Alright, here we go. The men who knew what to do. It's going to take a minute. I also have a big speech about why I think Doctor Who should always be scary, but I'll save that one for another time. Alright, this is being very slow. The men who knew what to do were a group of men who were employed by the BBC who, when Verity was hired to be the producer of the Doctor Who series, were outwardly sexist and condescending towards her, doubting her abilities even when she proved them wrong. From a poem called Verity. Oh, that's cool. That's a good one. It's a good page. Spin the wheel! That was pretty based, yeah. Speaking of sexism, let's take a look. They were Sigma. Alright, it's taken a minute to load once again. So in the meantime, why don't you all tell me your best stories about dangerous run-ins with dogs? What's your best story about a dangerous run-in with a dog? God, this is taking forever to load. I think it's because we watched those YouTube videos earlier. I think it might have sputtered everything. Oh dear. A dog bit your hand as a kid? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been bitten by dogs lots of times. I know how it is. It does suck. Especially when you're a wee kid. It's like the worst. God damn, why is this taking so long? It's still loading the page. Hang on. I'm gonna load it in here and try again. Come on, Tardis Wiki. Yeah! Yeah! Okay. One day I saw a dog. It looked so tasty I attempted to eat it and was promptly arrested. Georgia was an American state characterized by its humidity in the summer. The Eighth Doctor once explained a simulacrum of Takaoa that was so realistic he could detect the heaviness of the Georgia air. Although he was only there traveling with the 101st Airborne for a few minutes, he was able to notice Mount Currahee rising in the distance. Patrick Troughton died in Columbus, Georgia. He was a guest there at a fan convention on the weekend of 27th, 28th and 29th of March. He was in good spirits throughout the panels on the 27th and looked forward to a belated birthday celebration which was planned for the following day. Troughton sadly suffered a heart attack at 7:25 a.m. the next day, just after he had ordered breakfast from the hotel staff. According to the paramedics who arrived on the scene, Troughton died instantly. He was 67. Well, that's a real fucking downer, isn't it? Someone make this funny, quick. I'm going back to the Wheel of Names.
Yeah, baby.
You better go catch it. I don't know, toilet humor? Where's the toilet humor there? We've just gone back to Dalek. How is the chat happening before the video? Because, I don't know, it's being really slow. My computer's being all messy today, I guess. A Dalek in a slatless Dalek war machine casing travelled with the First Doctor and his army in the TARDIS. When the Doctor landed the ship in the wrong place, the wrong century, and the wrong page of Radio Times, the Dalek and Zarbi walked out of the TARDIS behind the First Doctor, only for the three to be held at gunpoint by the pirate crew of the Black Pig. The Dalek raised its manipulator arm in apparent surrender. Okay, let's take a look here. Boom, boom.
Yeah, baby.
Gonna put a trout on? No, I have nothing. I know. We've done this one before. We've done this one before. Non-valid sources. This might be our last one for tonight, but it looks like it's going to be an interesting one, so let's take a look together. Fun fact, Tigger from Winnie the Pooh can canonically time travel by moving through the pages. That's pretty cool. Well, we're going to have to wait for it to load once again. Because for some reason it's slowing down to a crawl. Okay. No. Did you happen to go? are you? Come on, yes! Haha! You're gonna be a dad, Nate? That's cool. Thank you, Mr. Something Blue, for providing an invaluable service. I appreciate that. Krala Oswald was depicted in several sources considered by the wiki as invalid sources. Shortly after they began their travels together, the Clara accompanied the 11th Doctor when he suddenly remembered that there was something he still needed to do. She was inside the Tardis when the Doctor stepped out into a dungeon to find the skeletal remains of Amy Pond and Rory Williams chained to the wall. He promptly turned around and piloted the Tardis away from Clara before he could see what was out there. Doctor Whoa! 446! Jesus Christ. Okay, Clara and the Doctor were once followed by what appeared to be a giant duck. The Doctor figured out immediately it was actually a Zygon after it gave itself away by saying moo, a sound that ducks did not normally make. At Christmas, Clara and the Doctor were treated outside the mouse by a group of monster carol singers. She learned that the 500th issue of Doctor Who magazine from the Doctor about was the last magazine published on Earth before Facebook became sentient and decimated the population, which she pledged was fine by her as long as it didn't go offline. What is this, Doctor Whoa? It sounds insane. What is Doctor Whoa? Oh god, my computer's being slow, isn't it? Yup. Doctor Whoa was a comic strip published in several issues of Doctor Who magazine from issue 369. Doctor. Oh, it's like a it's like an official parody. That's not funny. Official parodies are never funny. Okay, I'm gonna head off now. I will be back later on to play Mass Effect on Twitch. So please join me there for a good old time. And I will see you all on Thursday for Write a Doctor Who from Scratch, which was voted for by the Discord. So we'll check that out. Until then, I've been Ryan. This has been Something Blue Audio. This has been Tardis Wiki Roulette. And I'm just going to have to say a great big bye!